What is the typical reaction English teachers have when they tell students to write something?
No! God, please, no! No! No!
That's right. That is indeed exactly what happens while the teacher gets heartbroken on the inside. The truth is that developing writing skills in English is quite a tough and slow process. To master this ability, students require lots of practice, which means writing as much as possible.
Not my cup of tea!
Because writing is not necessarily fun for some students, it is important for teachers to make them write something that is interesting or enjoyable, while always considering who they are. But do we really know our students? Sometimes we know them for their bad behaviors, but what about the positive ones? This is where the Best of Me is introduced. The Best of Me is a creative writing activity which purpose is to make the students express positive aspects of them in written form. Of course, it's a creative writing activity. This could be something that they are good at, values, etc. They decide. This might sound easy peasy, but if you have been in a counseling class or you are a teacher with some experience, you might have witnessed that some students have no time to waste when talking about negative things about them, but they struggle a lot when talking about positive things about them. Creative writing is any writing, fictional or not, that involves the writer's own ideas or imagination. This method is supported by authors, and here you have one short quotation of researchers using creative writing as to improve writing on a 7th grade course. Tock and Kandemir applied 4 creative writing activities for a period of 4 weeks. The results showed that it improved students' disposition to writing and improved a little bit attitudes towards English. In regards to the Best of Me activity, it requires 3 steps. The first step is to ask the class, what is the best of you? As to make the students start thinking on what their best assets are. Then you can select some students at random to share some ideas out loud. The second step is to make students draft some ideas. You can give them a couple of minutes to do this. It is important to give students some time to think on what they want to talk about, because there are some students that struggle with explaining their ideas, and there are some others that have a lot of things to say. What am I good at? Okay, I'm writing about this. Because Chilean students are mostly beginners in the language, in order to draft ideas, the teacher can either make them write a list or create a mind map in their notebooks. The third and last step is to make the students write a paragraph or 2 about what are the best aspects of them. For this, the students can either write in a free writing style or with a format given by the teacher. The importance here is not the format, but to make the students write. This activity is perfect for those students whose thoughts come out at 10,000 miles per hour, such as myself. Now let's be a little serious. The reason why this activity is good for those students who think faster than they talk, it is because when you allow them to write, you allow them to organize their thoughts and express what they want to say clearly, something that they might not be able to do when they speak. And I know that for sure because I am one of them. On the other hand, this activity is great for those students who are not good at speaking, as it builds confidence when using the language, while they develop writing skills in English. Plus, they can use their own text and read them aloud as to improve speaking skills. The greatest aspect of this activity is what the teacher can do once the students finish with their writing. For instance, after doing this activity, the teacher can form groups of 3 to 4 members to make your students share each other's paragraphs and make them discuss over what they hear. You can also make your students form pairs and make them exchange their paragraph with their partner. Quietly, they should read and write down some questions of their interest, related with the paragraph of course. A final example, after finishing the writing process, the teacher could select some students at random to read their paragraphs aloud. Once the student finishes the reading, the teacher could select a different student to check what their partner said in the text. As you can see, there are some activities to do afterwards, but because all teachers work differently and we all face different scenarios, what we do next depends on our reality. As we teachers know, some things happen, some things don't. Let's flip a coin and see which way it goes.